Hello fans and collectors, I'm your host Crazy and you are watching PowetToys.
Action figures.
It should come as no surprise that I'm a huge Transformers fan, especially when it comes to Transformers Animated. When the series was canceled, I was absolutely crushed. Not only that, but all the unreleased figures up to that point were now in limbo. One of these figures was a Voyager-class Blackout, an homage to the character from the 2007 live-action movie. This figure is still in limbo on the Hasbro release schedule, but now that Transformers Animated has started airing in Japan, the figure's been released in that market by TakaraTomy. I've managed to get my hands on one, and that's what we'll be looking at today, Voyager-class Animated Blackout. Blackout had a cameo in the Transformers Animated feature Transwarped as part of Team Char that led an attack on a space bridge defended by Team Rodimus. This scene is a fan favorite for the sheer variety of characters that appear. One from nearly every generation of Transformers. There was Brawn, Ironhide, and Red Alert from Generation 1, Rodimus and Cyclonus from the Generation 1 movie. There was Spidor from Beast Wars, Strika from Beast Machines, Hotshot from Armada, and Blackout from the 2007 movie. Not only that, but it also featured Oil Slick, a brand new character original to Transformers Animated. I'm sure I left a couple out, but you get the idea. There was something in there for everybody. Blackout's cameo was a great perspective on scale, since he is the largest of the Decepticons. Blackout comes packaged in the Earth helicopter mode he would have had in Season 4. It's a pretty simple and sharp looking design. The rotor on top spins freely and smoothly. It can be a little challenging to spin it without moving the helicopter blades because they move pretty freely. But the two guns above the cockpit pivot up and down, and the guns on the side rotate up and down as well. You'll also note the modified Decepticon symbol on the side. Similar to the modification of the Autobot symbol for the Elite Guard, this symbol signifies the Decepticon Heavy Brigade. And as far as I am aware, Blackout is the only one that wears it because, well, he is the Decepticon Heavy Brigade. Blackout's transformation is pretty simple and straightforward. The first thing we do is grab the tail of the helicopter and pull down. And you'll see this piece will become the waist. So we're just going to move it up like that and push these down. This tail, very end, will become a disc shooter for Blackout to hold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take it right off. It does have a couple snaps on the edge, which can make it a little difficult to get off. But once it's off, it's off. We fold down the legs, and we're going to lock the waist into the upper body. And you can see that popped up the rotor. So next, we're going to just arrange the blades so that they are out of the way. So just arrange them just like that, 4 of them together and the top 2 to the sides, like so. Let's get back to those feet. So we just need to fold out the toes, and you'll hear a little snap. Good, and then we fold out the heels, which pull out just like that, and over here. Excellent. So we're done with the lower half already. Next, we're just going to fold down the arm on either side just to get those out of the way. Next, we're going to grab the spoiler section right here and pull apart. And you can see that reveals Blackout's head. And we're just going to pull them back and they'll lock into place. Or they should lock into place. There we go. And then we will fold down the spoiler on either side like that. And we are nearly done. Back to the arms, we're going to fold down the cannons and fold out the hands. He's got great, crazy, like insect-like claws for hands. So we'll do the same on the other side, rotate the gun down, and fold out the hand. Excellent. The only thing I don't like about the articulation on the arms is that there is not a lot of up and down movement on the rotation. You can't really lift his arm very far, but it rotates pretty well as a bicep swivel, excuse me, and at the elbow. Legs are small but very well articulated, very similar to Bulkhead. Now he can also, I showed you before, the tail of the helicopter becomes a disc launcher, and he can actually hold on to it with his wrist. So you actually have to kind of transform the arm. So we're going to rotate these guns back, right? Straighten the arm out and fold the fist back, fold the fist back in to the forearm, which leaves us with this nub here. Now the nub is going to be what we attach the gun to. You can see sort of the place we latch on to the top and snap onto the bottom. It's a very slight snap, but it locks in place pretty well, and it's just makes a ginormous arm weapon for Blackout. This disc inside does shoot. You just pull down on this black trigger. It fires very far and pretty strongly, so use caution. I'll just quickly yeah, you get the idea. But it's very cool. So, it does come off very easily, so just be aware of that, as I so well demonstrate. And now that he's transformed, you just pose him in all sorts of awesome poses. Just give you a quick turnaround of the figure. In addition to the limited shoulder articulation, I think much like Lugnut, Blackout could have definitely benefited from the leader class treatment. That being said, I love this figure and I am just happy to have a Blackout figure at all. Looks like I'm out of time once more, so remember to follow me on Twitter at PowetToys. You can always email me at crazy@powet.tv, and remember to check out powet.tv for all of your news on gaming, comics, toys, movies, music, and a whole lot more. And remember, kids, open your toys, play with them, and let your imaginations fly.